Hey, welcome to another edition of Live Out Loud podcast. We're broadcasting actually from location today, and we're going to tell you more about that in a moment. But right now, we want to welcome you guys to our show. I'm Scott.
I'm Gary.
And we got Smurf over in the corner with no mic. Yell it out.
Smurf!
There we go. We got Smurf over in the corner. She's running things, and today we're doing a very special show. Unfortunately, we don't have the call-in lives today, but...
We're not live.
We're not live. This is our zombie show. We're actually dead.
That's right. We're
Oh, my goodness. We're actually coming to you live from ARIA Treatment Center. It's Addiction Recovery Institute of America. I always trip up on that. It's Addiction Recovery Institute of America right here in West Palm Beach. And this is a place where Gary and I do a lot of work. We work very closely with them. We work closely with not only Addiction Recovery Institute of America, but we work with the Addiction Training Center, which is also housed here. And all of this is about helping people to find recovery. So we talk a lot in our shows about we have a reason for being on the air. You know, we certainly love having a good time. Gary, we love to laugh and have a lot of fun, but...
Yeah, you're a funny guy.
But and you are a funny guy, too. You are just a funny son.
I am funny, but looks aren't everything.
But there's always been a reason behind it. We tell you that it's because we want people who are struggling to find help. And so today we thought it would be appropriate. We are actually broadcasting from inside one of the ARIA buildings right here.
Beautiful campus.
Beautiful campus. And it is a campus, isn't it?
It is. It's a one-stop place for recovery.
It's on 8 acres. It's got multiple buildings. It has multiple levels of care from detox, residential, PHP, and IOP. It's got an incredible staff that is absolutely dedicated to helping clients find recovery, and each one in their own way. No two people who are looking for help are the same, are they? I mean, you can't put them all in a box.
No, and they all care. They all care.
Absolutely. So that's what we're looking at here at ARIA, and we are going to do our normal things in our normal show. But again, we are here just to kind of give you guys a little flavor of what it's like. We will be doing other broadcasts from other locations. So we'll be reaching out. I really would love to do a broadcast from our friends over at Crazy About Costumes.
Crazy About Costumes. That would be a fun show.
I really want to do that. I'm sure Karen and Keith will get them on board. We'll do that over there. If you have a place or a function or someplace where you would like Live Out Loud Podcast to come and be there, we're there.
We're there. We'd love to.
We're there.
We have nothing better to do.
We've got nothing better to do. So I'm going to give you a phone number now. If you would like to contact myself or Gary and talk to us about being somewhere with you, or if you want to come on the show, the number is 833-LOL-LIVE.
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 How easy is
How
that?
easy. Can you say it one more time?
I forgot.
833-LOL-LIVE. You call that number, you're going to get in touch with either myself or Gary directly, and that's for the fun stuff. Now, if you've got somebody who needs help with their addiction, we want you to call our addiction specialist. Now, certainly you can call the 833-LOL-LIVE if you want to talk to us about the addiction problem, but we encourage you to call our addiction specialist, Karen. The number is 786-514-0893. That's 786-514-0893. Maybe you want to talk about finding a place to go, perhaps right here at ARIA. Maybe you just have some questions. Maybe you have some concerns about somebody that you love. Call Karen and have a discussion. If you don't call, I almost hate to say it this way, but you're really taking a risk, aren't you, Gary?
Yeah, because the person that you love, or, you could, yourself, if it's a problem that you have yourself, you might not have tomorrow. They might not have tomorrow. Call and just ask questions. You don't have to leave your name. You could be anonymous if you want. But if you don't have that information, you can't solve a problem if you don't have the information. And Karen will give you the information. She knows what she's talking about. She cares. She's got an incredible heart.
Absolutely. So that's 786-514-0893 if you'd like to talk about any problems with addiction or questions about addiction. If you want to talk to Gary or I, or you want to talk about LOL Podcast, it's again 833-LOL-LIVE. Okay.
Live.
Now here we are. We are, like I said, we are taping this, and it'll be broadcast at a regular time. And so welcome everybody to this Friday afternoon, obviously. But I know you have a gig. This is one of your fun ones, fun places, right?
That's right. This is, as a matter of fact, it would be, I guess, Tonight.
Yes.
Right. I have to get used to it being tonight because it's not tonight, but it's tonight. It's Friday night, which is
I feel like I'm trapped in a Doctor Who episode.
But we're not live. We're not live. So let's jive. Dr. Seuss. What? Oh, you said Doctor Who. That's Dr. Seuss. I'm sorry, I got my
Almost
doctors
the
wrong.
same thing.
I got my doctors wrong.
12 doctors. You got it picked from.
I got my
Seuss
doctors
is Doctor
wrong, but
Who.
maybe I should just play ping pong.
Keep going. I'm going to call Dr. Kevorkian. How's that sound? All right.
Yes, we're going to be at Gillespie's tonight, the long run, and we have the Sick Puppy Horn section with us, who is basically part of the band now. We're going to start playing with the Sick Puppy Horn section everywhere.
Yeah.
The long run is going to have a horn section.
I want to give a little shout out to Jody. We've spent some time together and have a great gig. Jody will be there. All the guys in the band. You got John and John and then John and
we got a lot of
friends named
Johns.
John.
I got a lot. No, there's only one. It was John and Jonathan
Oh, excuse me.
in the band. We got John. As a matter of fact, they're on their way back from a cruise ship right now.
Really?
At this very moment, they're getting on a plane.
Awesome.
They were on a cruise ship. So I don't do the cruises because I'm here.
Because it's hard to sing when you're throwing up.
Right. I get, welcome to the...
I was just going to sing the exact same line.
Yeah. Well, said with me, that song does it anyway. I don't have to be on a boat.
So it's funny you brought that up because you said, you got John, then you got Jonathan. Some people are so... Now, does Jonathan like to be called Jonathan?
Jonathan likes to be called Jonathan.
He doesn't like to be called John.
Right. Well, we've always called him Jonathan because there's a John in the band.
The difference.
Yeah, to keep the difference. But I imagine Jonathan likes to be called Jonathan.
Yeah, but you ever notice? Did you ever meet people who are like really particular about it? Like their name is Christopher, and you say Chris, and my name's Christopher.
Ugh.
It's not Chris. It's Christopher.
Yeah, those are people I smack.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like if I had to call you your full name, Garifin. Gary.
No, Gary. But if you called me Gar.
Gare.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. Tammy calls me Gar.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's her term of endearment for me. Gar.
Oh.
Isn't that sweet?
I call you Gare Bear.
She calls me Gar Bear.
I call him Gare Bear.
See, now that's so much easier than Teresa's nickname. Her sweetness to me is dumb son of a bitch. But, Gare is so much easier to just flows off the tongue better.
Well, she should just call you DOFB.
You really got that wrong.
SOAB. SOAB.
You forgot the dumb. DSA. Wow.
DS. Well, thank you. This has been LOL.
Thank you.
This has been Live Out Loud.
Yes.
I don't even know the name of the show anymore.
For now, the school's back in session, and they are playing this in English classes. Don't do what we do.
Yeah, don't prove me wrong. It makes me crazy, okay?
That's it. So, yeah, but some people are really particular about their names.
Well, a lot of people have
don't have
too
much
many
you can
names.
do.
Well, a lot of people have too many names. Mikey, Mike, Michael, Mickey.
Mick, yeah.
Right? Mick.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is all forms of Mike or Michael.
Billy, William, Will, Bill.
I knew a guy named Bill Williams once.
Right.
But on his birth certificate, his name was William Williams. His parents really did a lot of drugs.
Oh, well, he
should
must
have
have had
called Karen.
a fun time in school.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But what do you do? What do you want to be called? William, Will, Bill, Billy, and poor Richard.
Poor Richard.
Well, you know what Richard's other name is.
Yeah. Well yeah.
Sick!
We were thinking Rich. Thank you so much, Smurf. We appreciate that.
Yeah, that's right, Richard.
But you can't go anywhere with yours. You got
Rick.
Gary or Gare. You can't shorten it anymore. What is it going to be? Airy?
Gah.
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 It's like a gag.
Ree. Just call you Ree.
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 Gah. Ree.
Mine's worse. Scott.
Oh, that's nothing.
You can say Gare. You can't say Ska.
Well, I call you Ska.
Again, dumb son of a bitch.
This is hi, I'm Gare.
They're like, what is Scott? Somebody asked me one time, what's Scott short for? Scott. There's nothing there. I mean,
Right, there's nothing.
Can't,
And then you have Jones. It's like Scott Jones.
yeah, I was born to be anonymous. I was from the get-go.
Right. They just wanted to pass you over. Scott Jones.
And we glanced over this last week about, once I say Jones, they assume I know every Jones in the phone book.
Right.
And there's like more than like, a lot.
Oh, Jones. Did you know Davy Jones?
Yeah. Davy, now, interesting story. Davy Jones was in the Monkees, right?
Oh, no, I was talking about the guy with the locker.
Yeah, it was
Oh.
Oh, no. I was talking about Davy Jones. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Davy Jones was in the
Monkees, right.
There was another Davy Jones who came out at the time who people would go up to see him and they would expect Davy Jones for the Monkees and they would get this guy. And it upset him, so he changed his name. Do you know who it was?
David Bowie.
That's correct.
Hey.
David Bowie.
I was going to ask you that. I was going to say, do you know who else was that?
Yeah.
Because we think alike,
That's
which
right.
is very dangerous if you meet us both at the same time.
That's right. I changed my name to Scott Jones because my name before was Chuck Norris.
Oh.
And people kept confusing me for Chuck Norris. Just go with it.
I got nothing. I got nothing here.
If you could change your name to anything in the world, because I'm sure, do you ever notice everybody who grows up hates their name growing up?
Oh, I was Gary Zeiderman.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Gary Wayne Zeiderman.
Gary Wayne Zeiderman. It sounds like something that could be treated with penicillin. What do you got? I got
was
Zeiderman.
treated with Zeiderman.
No, but
If I can change my name.
if you could change your name, have you ever, did you like Gary always? Or
No.
People never like their own names.
No, I was thinking about changing my name. I came up with something, Personal Sweetwater.
Personal Sweetwater?
Yeah, Personal Sweetwater.
Sounds
Hi,
like sounds
I'm
like
Personal Sweetwater.
sounds like a nice way to say toilet water.
Actually, I got that from Rodney Dangerfield, but no, I never. Oh, you know what? A show business name is supposed to be done with your middle name
All right.
and the first street that you lived on. So my name would be Wayne Sunset, which is a great name.
That sounds really good.
Wayne. Hi.
Yes.
I'm Wayne Sunset.
See me tonight with a stripper pole. Wait, Sunset.
Wayne Sunset. What was your name? What was the first street that
I
you
don't
lived
know
on?
the first street I lived on.
What's the first street you can remember living on? Now, I mean in a house, okay? I don't mean like the first street when you were homeless.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Or,
That was different.
or the first street you found yourself
So my name
passed
would
out
be
on.
Alan Under the Bridge. Let me see. I would have to go back to
Alan Gutter.
Forest Lane.
Alan Forrest.
Alan
or
Forrest.
Alan Lane.
Alan Lane.
Alan Forrest Lane.
Alan Forest Lane. Yeah, that kind of works. But I sound like I should be in an old black and white movie, though.
Alan Forrest Lane.
Yes.
sounds
Errol
like you should
Flynn
be-
with Alan Forrest Wayne. No,
Wayne.
Lane. You're Wayne.
Wayne. I'm the Wayne.
Wayne. I had a speech impediment when I was young, so it was Forrest Wayne.
I'm out hunting rabbits.
Okay. I actually was going to change my name to Alan Scott, use my middle name and my first name when I used to do radio.
Oh. How about Joan Scott?
And the first day I was on the air, before I could say anything, my co-host introduced me and couldn't figure out what to call me, so he called me Mr. Scott. And it stuck.
Mr. Scott.
It was like, remember the old WKRP
Yeah.
with Dr. Johnny Fever
Yeah, right,
and
right.
Venus Flytrap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The nighttime guy. Yeah.
If you watch the very first episode of that show, he says, I want to be Venus Arising and the guy on the radio with him called him Venus flytrap by accident, and then it stuck.
Well, Mr. Scott.
Mr. Scott. No, I don't want to be Mr. Scott anymore. That's the old me. Now I'm just Scott.
Okay.
Or DJ Scott when I'm out DJing.
All right. Well, here we are with Wayne Sunset and just Scott.
Well, no, you don't get to change it. No, I want to change my name now.
To just Scott?
Yeah, Dirtbag.
Just Dirtbag Scott.
No, just Dirtbag. Just Dirtbag. Dirtbag.
Dirtbag.
Yes, think of a bag of dirt. That's it. Dirtbag.
Bag of dirt.
No, actually, those.
No, I don't see it.
No, Alan Scott I thought would be cool because that was actually one of the.
Alan Scott is a cool name.
That would have been that's the name of the Golden Age Green Lantern, I believe, was Alan Scott.
Really?
Yeah.
I believe that was correct.
There you go. See, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Green Lantern guy.
I was a nerd when I was a kid with comic books. I liked comic books. I mean, I was popular in school and all that stuff, so I wasn't like nerd all. But the comic books, I always nerded out with comic books. I loved them. When I was a little kid, this guy lived next door, and he gave me like a Captain America book. And I just like, wow. From that time on, every time I'm gathering pennies and quarters, I'm down at the store buying
You
comic
don't still
books.
have them, do you?
I wish I did.
Yeah.
Think about the stuff you used to have.
Yeah.
You know?
If you thought to yourself, wow, how much it's going to be worth?
How many people had like the #1 Superman?
Yeah.
Do you know what it sells for now? $850,000
Wow.
for a friggin' comic book.
That's right.
And baseball cards.
Baseball cards. Yep.
Did you put them in the spokes of your
Oh
bike?
yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I had just think about how much that one card would have been worth.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Instead, I needed to have it sound. I have to have that sound. Could have saved it, put it in my pocket, and sold it now.
yeah, this guy's never going to be anything. I don't have to keep this card. Mickey Mantle. Who's going to know that guy?
Mickey Mantle. Yeah. Well, you just never know. You never know.
Yeah.
Hess trucks. Old Hess trucks.
We used to travel
Tammy and I
around when my kids were
joke about
little.
that.
So this goes back. This is more than 20 years ago. And we used to go from Hess station to Hess station to make sure we got the truck for Christmas. You know?
Right.
And, one day it would be one year it would be the truck with the helicopter on the back of it.
yeah,
And then the other year it would be the truck with all these different things.
A super power boat.
Yes.
Yep.
So we used to travel on. I have no idea where they are now.
Well, I don't think there are any Hess trucks anywhere.
I don't think so. Now,
I happen to know where there is an attic full of about 200-300 Hess trucks.
okay. Don't say it on the air because
I won't say it on the air.
You never plan a crime on the air. Just saying.
Just saying.
saying.
We'll plan it after.
We'll plan it afterwards. Oh, really? A friend of yours?
Yeah, the guy's got like about 200 Hess. One year he bought about a bunch of Hess trucks.
And it was
All the same, though?
the least popular
All the same.
one. It was like the least popular
Yeah.
one.
Well, the wheel keeps falling on it.
That was the year the Hess trucks decided to come out with the Yugo. And, they couldn't give them away.
The Hess Pacer. The Hess Pinto. The Hess Pinto.
Anyway, yeah, I mean, so many things. Now, over the years, we've collected comic books, and now my son, I gave him the comic books, so he's got, I don't know, 3,000 or 4,000 books. And some signed by Stan Lee.
Oh, no
Actually,
kidding.
I was lucky enough to
Now
meet and get
that
Stan Lee to sign them.
is worth money.
Yeah. Oh, geez. Some limited editions. Sorry, I'm not used to having a thingy here.
Yeah, and we used to having headphones. Look, we have ears.
We have ears,
We used to
and
have
our
earphones.
hairs are not getting messed up.
That's right.
Our hairs.
Our hairs. Well, what little ones we have.
And then we collected Barbies for my daughter, my oldest daughter. We collected Barbies, and she's
still
got
in the
all
box?
of those.
Still
in the box.
Wow.
The holiday Barbies, the presidential Barbies, the Bob Mackie Barbies with the Bob Mackie designs. We had a whole bunch of those. Divorced Barbie.
Does that come with like a little tier?
No. Divorce Barbie comes with Barbie, her clothes, and all of Ken's stuff.
And breast implants.
All of Ken's stuff. Yeah.
And a house.
Don't talk over the joke. You miss it.
Thought I'd throw in my own joke there. Which one did you like? The breast implants or all Ken's stuff?
Okay, yes. Call in 833-2-LOL Live.
But you don't realize
No, not
that.
2. 833-LOL Live. Yeah.
You didn't realize, people didn't realize that if you keep
talking
the
to
doll,
everybody.
you didn't realize that if you keep the doll in the box, it's going to be worth money. Back then, you didn't know.
No. Well, we did. We knew it was going to be worth money. There we go. Little spinneroonie. No, we knew it was going to be worth money.
Now.
But that was the thing. We had 3 kids, and so we kind of like did a collectible for each one, right? So we collected the Barbies for our oldest. The comic book collection was for my son in the middle. And my youngest daughter, short end of the stick. I love Cordelia with all my heart, but she really got screwed on this. Beanie Babies,
Oh no!
which are worthless.
And they're covered in spider eggs.
They are worthless.
Oh, they're worthless? I thought they were big time.
There's a couple of them that are worth something.
There's like
Right.
10 of them. There was one
Yeah.
that was like actually discontinued because it was like super racist by accident.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
things like that.
But there's a few of them out there that are still like, they got a little bit of it. But it's not like comic books or Barbies or anything that has.
Or Hess trucks.
Or Hess trucks. Yeah. And it's not like you can keep Hess trucks in the box if you're going to give them to a kid.
Right.
I mean, how cruel is that?
Yeah.
Here's a great toy. You can't play with it.
Don't take it out of the box.
There's people that collect like the figurines and the superheroes and the this and the that and these. What are those fat head things? They got the fat heads that little like
The Funko Pops?
They're,
What are they
no,
called?
They're now they're out now.
Funkos.
The vinyl, the Funko Pops.
Yeah, are those going to be?
Oh yeah, there are limited editions from comic
Yeah.
and stuff selling in the
Okay, they're gonna be worthless in 10 years.
Okay, bite me.
They're gonna be
I have,
worthless
like,
in 10 years.
5 of them.
Yeah, 5.
Wow, 5.
Taking them all out of the box now.
5 is not a collection. 5 is pathetic.
Wow.
Do you think
Wait.
You know something?
Wait, and
In
what-
10 years, you'll be able to sell those and get your car washed.
see?
Yeah, but you won't be able to afford a car. What what is it? I mean, at what point there's like 3 levels I see. There's people who get stuff just because it's fun.
Right.
Like me and my guitars.
Yeah,
It's
right.
fun, and I like to have them, and I like to, redesign them a little bit, have fun with it, but it's just for fun. Then you got the collectors, the people who study, and they go out of their way to get things, and they special order, and they this, and they keep things very. And then you got scary. The people,
yeah.
the people who go so overboard, they spend every dime they have on these things. They obsess over them. Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Like their whole house is decorated with.
it's like a freaking museum.
Yeah.
I like Beatles and I like a little bit of Beatles memorabilia, but I don't have anything I'm not willing to give away. Or whatever, a part with. I mean, there's very few things in my life, other than the people in my life, that I'd love having it, but if I don't have it, it's okay.
Right.
I don't lose sleep over it. I mean, I love it. This. I got a couple of guitars that I really like. My Sigma, which was
the
made by Martin,
dragon
which
guitar that you made.
No,
is
I made
great.
that, so it's
that's
special.
cool, but you don't want to give that away.
But you know what?
Those-
If somebody said, listen, I got a band and I can't afford a guitar and I really want to play, take it. Yeah, don't call in and ask for my guitars, by the way, because I'm going to say no. I'm lying here. No, I'm kidding.
He's trying to look like a good guy.
I'm trying to
but
look
he
like
really
a good
sucks.
guy. In truth, I shot 4 people touching him. No. We just reached creepy.
Right. We like to delve into these different areas. Today we've reached creepy.
Okay. You want to see my guitars? Okay. The first thing we got to do is we got to put on your mask because you can't breathe on my guitars. Then you got to put on the special gloves.
It's a Spinal Tap.
Is that? I never seen that.
Are you?
It's another one. It's another one.
I'm out. I'm
You've never seen Spinal Tap. You've never seen The Ruddles. You've never seen. Have you ever seen? Did you ever see Rock and Roll High School?
Yes.
These are
that I
all
saw.
rock and roll movies. Spinal Tap is a must for anybody that has a guitar.
It looks really stupid.
So you don't know what this one goes to 11. You don't know what that means.
Well, why not make
It's about the amplifier. The amplifier, instead of going to 10, it goes to 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But why not make 10?
See, I just figured that out without watching the movie, so I just saved myself about 2.5 hours of pain.
Okay, but the guy says what?
Why not make 10 louder?
Why not make 10 louder? Well, this one goes to 11.
To 11. Wait, remember when they got stuck in the cocoon?
All right.
And we're gonna go over the
I
whole
would
thing.
guarantee. I would guarantee. Now, you guys are all like, it's like Monty Python. I've never sat through a Monty Python film.
Oh my god!
You are killing me.
I've never sat through a Monty Python
You are
film.
killing me.
The
Oh,
closest.
we did this over lunch.
Yeah.
I'm talking about how Tammy doesn't like Monty Python movies, and you said the same thing.
Yeah.
You're supposed to back me. You're supposed to back me.
Well, listen, you need to slide me a note saying, please back me on this, and make sure that note you write me is on a $20 bill, and I got your back all day, brother.
I'm horrible at that. I slide it to you right in front of her.
You're not a good tipper.
Listen, here's the note saying that you watched Monty Python. You didn't hear that, Tammy. I'm horrible. It's like haggling. I'm not good.
I
at
can't
haggling.
watch Monty Python. I can't watch that stuff. The closest thing I can get to any of that
great.
was Quadrophenia by The Who, and that almost killed me.
Oh, that movie was horrible.
It was horrible.
It was horrible.
It was horrible.
But Monty Python is great. It's
Spam,
classic.
spam,
It's
spam, 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 spam,
It's-
spam, spam. Really?
Yo, you're
oh,
talking about
come
Spam
on.
a lot. That's different.
I bought this bird not an hour ago from this very boutique. Yeah, beautiful plumage. It's dead. The bird is dead. No, he's just resting.
You find that funny?
I find that great.
You find that funny? All right.
300
I've come to buy an argument.
I
You want the 5-minute argument or the 20-minute argument? You know, I mean, it's the element of surprise, right? That's what it's
All right,
the
well, let's
difference
talk about
between,
funny.
between telling a joke and telling something that is like, wow, that's so weird. That's funny.
So we've got to. I'm curious, and so we're going to be monitoring Facebook while this is on. I want everybody to put in. You know, do you find the Monty Python type humor funny, or are you more like me, where it's got to be a little more?
Here she comes.
It's got to be a little more cerebral than that. It can't be so.
Cerebral. That's what
Cerebral?
Monty Python is.
No, it's not.
smart. You know what it is? It's smart humor.
It's
That's what it is.
It's not smart humor. It's stupid. The Hall of Funny Walks.
Yes!
Oh, I got a Abbey Road
history.
shirt that has the
right,
Beatles
all right.
doing funny works.
All right, so I'm curious.
Walks.
I'm curious. I want our listeners, our viewers, to on Facebook,
Come
please
on.
make comments. Make comments about, do you find that stuff funny? Now, me, if you want to ask me the funniest thing I've seen, the funniest movie I've seen, I would say The Birdcage with Robin Williams and Nathan Lane.
Oh, that was great.
And Diane Lane was in it. Gene Hackman was in it. Callista Flockhart. Dan Futterman. This was a great film, and of course,
It was a great
Hank
film.
Azario as Agador Spartacus.
Was great.
That was a great film,
That
and it
was
was
great.
entertaining, and it had a social commentary to it, but it was also it was hilarious. Going over, especially it's the British humor. It annoys me. It's like
It's
Mr. Bean. I have no
great.
clue why people laugh at that. I have no clue.
You're killing me.
Really?
You're killing me. I love Mr. Bean.
Gary and I are like kindred spirits over here.
I
I
mean,
love Mr. Bean.
I think that kind of humor kind of died out with Harold Lloyd and Charlie Chaplin.
That's that's timeless. It's timeless comedy.
No, well, you're half right. It is time that it ends. It's not
Timeless.
it's time to end. It's close. I don't get it. A lot of people are like that. Oh, I'm going to go there here too. No screaming over there from the studio audience. I don't get Doctor Who either.
I never got Doctor Who.
I don't get that.
I didn't really get Doctor
Is
Who.
British humor just different? Is it?
It is different.
Or is it British-
It is sophisticated humor. That's what I think of it.
In very bad special effects, by the way. I've never seen a good sci-fi moment out of Great Britain.
Have you ever seen the Monty Python cartoons?
I've never seen, and no.
They're funny.
Why would I
Great.
watch, if I don't like the real thing, why would I watch a damn cartoon?
It's the cartoons are in the movies, but there's a certain style with Monty. Guys, we're not live right now, so tomorrow you gotta text in. We'll be
today for
watching
them.
Oh, it's today for you. Okay, you're live right now, but
We're not.
You gotta text in if you are a Monty Python fan, if you are a Mr. Bean fan, or if you've ever seen the movie The Ruddles. A takeoff on the Beatles, the movie The Ruddles. I've been trying. This guy's a big Beatle fan. I've been trying to get him to watch.
But
the
it's not
Ruddles
the Beatles.
for- It's not the Beatles. But
So why would I watch it?
Because it's just. It's
It's just like you saying, I know you love chocolate, so eat vanilla.
no.
But it's not chocolate. I know it's not chocolate.
It's
That's
not
why
the
you.
Fab Four. It's the prefab four.
Is that like pre-treating laundry? What is it?
The Fab Four. You would love it. Now it is Monty Python. It's Eric Idle. Okay,
right.
Eric Idle wrote it, but it's great.
Now,
Very
I
good.
have enjoyed
It's
some
a
of the things.
legend that will last a lunchtime.
I don't even know what to say. I mean, I just.
You can't
we want to
say
know what
anything.
you find funny out there. Funny movie, comedian, whatever you want. We want to know what you find funny, and help me prove that these two are just need to get their heads out of Great Britain's ass.
Oh,
And-
no. I love Blazing Saddles. I loved Mel Brooks. I love it. Mel Brooks movies.
Young Frankenstein.
Young Frankenstein.
Great movies, but Monty
Abby.
Python has
Abby
that-
someone.
Abby.
Abby
normal.
Young Frankenstein, if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, I mean, great movies. There's a movie called Noises Off that I just love. Love it, right?
I've never seen you two get along like this.
I haven't seen
Should I
it.
just leave the room? Well, I mean, what the hell?
What do you read? Books?
Noises off. Yeah.
God,
Those
you
things
read
with
books?
words?
Oh my God!
Oh, good
I read a
Lord.
book once. I remember it well. It was blue,
It was.
and it had
I told you.
rhymes.
I told you my grandfather used to sit and read the dictionary.
Oh, really?
I would come in, he'd be sitting in his lazy boy, which was actually more duct tape than lazy boy at that point. And he'd be sitting there doing his New York Times crossword puzzle, and he'd finish that. And which I've learned to do crosswords, and I love doing like New York Times crosswords and stuff and challenging myself. But he would sit and read. This is pre-Google and everything else. He would sit with this huge dictionary and read it, and sometimes he'd be done with the puzzle and just keep reading the dictionary. And he says everything ever written is in here. It's just not in the same order. But it was so cool that he would be, and I don't know. I've just never been one for that kind. It's like people love Caddyshack. They think Caddyshack is a great film.
Great film.
I can't stand it.
Oh,
Oh
you're
my
killing me.
I like
You
wait.
killing me.
I like moments from the film. I like this 5-minute segment from the film. But the film as a whole, a Clark bar in a pool, it's not funny
It's
to
not
me.
a Clark bar. It's a Baby Ruth. That's why you didn't think it was funny.
That's why. Oh,
That's why you
see?
didn't think it was funny. Now let me ask you something.
That's what made the
If
difference.
your grandfather used to read the dictionary. Now, if
Yeah.
they ever made a movie of it, would you watch it?
Webster.
I tried reading the
don't know.
dictionary. I just couldn't follow the plot.
You could. I guess it's whatever you just think it's going to be because it's there.
Well, it described the movie
It's
quite
there.
well.
It's like reading every book with dyslexia. I mean, that's.
Well,
Is that wrong? I'm sorry. Was that wrong?
No,
Okay.
no. I have dyslexia. And,
Oh, you do?
Yeah. Well, I say on. Just say on. To
Just say-
dyslexia. Just say on. Just say on.
Yeah. So anyway, please let us know what you find funny. There are a few films that are just kind of like. There's a film called Rat Race. Not many people saw it. I think it's a very funny film. John Cleese is actually in that.
Yeah. And so is Rowan Atkinson.
Rowan Atkinson's in Mr. Bean is in that too.
Bean is
But
in that too.
I'm gonna weed.
You
But
know
it's-
why I didn't watch
the-
that movie?
why?
Because it's the same movie as It's a Mad, 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 Mad World.
it's an updated exactly. You are absolutely right, But sometimes remakes make it, get it done. The remake of The Star is Born with Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper was a great film. But it's the fourth version of that story.
Exactly
It's been
right.
done 4 times. They didn't even change the title.
Right.
They just A Star is Born. And first it was Frederick March and Marlene Dietrich, I think, and then it
Wow, I
was
didn't know that. Then
James
Judy Garland.
Mason and
Judy
Judy
Garland.
Garland. Then it was Barbara Streisand and Chris Christopherson,
Mm-hmm.
and then it was Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper. The third version, which I think is the best, I like the Lady Gaga, but the Barbara Streisand
Was great. Yeah.
fantastic film. They wanted Elvis to play the part of the drugged up rock and roller.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Chris Christopherson was like so far down on their list.
He was great.
They asked Willie Nelson, but he
He
was too
was
stoned to come.
Hey, he forgot to ask.
No, but they wanted Elvis. And Elvis, they were almost ready to do it. And it was like this little minor detail about whose name is on top on the billing. Is it Elvis or Barbara? Neither one of them would budge. Elvis was out. He quit. He didn't do it.
Well, you know something? Chris Christopherson would have been better than Elvis.
He freaking killed it.
He
He
killed it.
killed
He
it.
was
I
great.
mean, just to do that role the way he did. So if you haven't watched that, it's a classic. It's a great film.
Yeah, if you like the newer version of The Star is Born, watch this one.
Yeah.
Chris Christopherson was really Bradley Cooper was good, but Chris Christopherson.
He sold the alcoholic. He sold it big time. And of course, Barbara Streisand, you can't go wrong with her.
Right.
Probably the greatest female voice of our time ever.
Right.
I mean, of ever time.
Yeah, of Evertime.
Evertime.
Of Evertime. I've never heard Evertime.
Evertime. It's a new thing I have. It's Evertime.
Is there an Evertime bunny?
That's Ever Ready.
Boom.
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, it's Energizer.
Energizer.
Oh my god.
Whatever.
Ever ready?
Isn't there an Ever Ready battery?
Yeah, from Walgreens.
Whatever-
The Walgreens brand or something.
What Evertime?
Whatever time.
What Evertime?
Evertime. You're going to use that now.
I will
You're going to
use
write a
it.
song about that.
I will use it.
When will we meet? Evertime.
Evertime.
When will you be home? Evertime.
Evertime I see you.
Evertime. I love you.
Sounds like we're creating a jingle.
We are.
We are for the Evertime Battery Company.
It's welcome to the Evertime Super Terrific Happy Hour.
The Evertime
I'm your host, Guy
Hour.
Smiley.
Guy Smiley.
Guy Smiley,
Guy
remember?
Smiley. I know Guy Smiley.
The Muppet Show.
The Muppet Show. No,
I hated it.
was Guy Smiley on the Muppet Show or
Sesame Street.
Sesame Street?
I'm not sure.
I think he was
I think he
Sesame
might
Street.
have crossed over a little bit. I mean, they were all puppets. I mean,
They were all- really, they didn't charge.
making a special appearance, Miss Piggy. You know, she was in the suitcase next to the 12 other things.
Every time they take her out of the suitcase, it's a special appearance.
Yeah, how sad is that to be a puppeteer? You spend your whole life crouching behind something with your hand up a puppet's ass, and you get no credit.
No credit.
No credit. Everybody's like, "Oh, I love Kermit the Frog. I love."
The voice of Kermit the Frog.
Who does the voice?
Who
I
does the
don't-
voice?
Frank
I
Oz.
don't know. You know the
Frank
person
Oz.
who did.
Well, Henson.
Oh, that's
Henson
right.
did,
Who the hell's Frank Oz?
He's probably
Frank Oz
the
is the partner of Jim Henson.
Oh, okay. He might.
Oh, okay. Jim
Henson
Henson
was-
died, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did.
Since the 90s.
Very young.
So is he He's been dead ever time.
Every time.
Every time he's been.
I'm sorry. Jim Henson was a great guy, and people did
What a
know his
genius,
name,
yeah.
but you know,
Well-
you're out there you're on stage, you got people, and you're connecting and doing all of that. How do you connect when you can't even see? I mean, you're.
just,
connect with my hand.
If I can't see anybody, I'll just talk to him like I'm talking to you. I'll picture Tammy. I'll picture somebody that I want to talk to that I just want to have a great time with.
Okay.
So that's how I connect with, you'll never hear me say, "How's everybody doing out there?"
You don't do those?
I'd never do that.
Hey, where are you from?
Me too. Hey, where you from? Hey, me too. Hey, where you from? Hey, me too.
Hey, who came here with their own feet? All right, let's raise your hands. Oh, that's it. Audience participation.
Right, who's having a birthday this year?
Yeah.
Right.
That's a good one, because what if somebody can't walk? And then
You know-
you're just like.
I know.
Great. Oh, great. Thank you. Okay.
That's when you say the
I'm not going to be happy unless everybody stands up and dances. Should not have come to the clinic for that one.
That's right. And I'll just hide behind the stage from now on.
Now, have you ever had a moment where you've gone in and you come out, and one of the reasons that I love watching you perform, no matter whether you're with Wolfpack or the Long Run or anybody, you know, Brass Evolution, wherever you go, you come out with this energy that's kind of like, okay, you know, Gary's going to give you everything he's got, and it's cool,
right.
And I love it. But have you ever come out and you started and you realized that it was just completely falling flat on the audience? What do you do in those circumstances? I mean, I'm sure it doesn't happen often because, hey, music has a way of bringing people around. It just happens.
One show I can remember specifically where I said to myself, I can't wait until this show is over.
Oh, really?
Over. I can't wait until the show's over. The feedback from the monitors, it was just horrible. We sounded horrible because we were just, all the feedback and all the equipment was messing up and everything. I was like, I can't wait until the show is over. And in between songs, I was just like, I can't wait until this show is over. So it's not like, you know, it happens every time.
It can happen every time.
Can happen every time, but it only happened that one time where I just found myself at a loss for words. I got to get off of the stage. It was just horrendous. We got off of the stage, and all of us just looked at each other.
But were you out there? Were you trying to get something out of them? Were you like, because I've seen you, you've gone out there and stood on people's tables in front of them and just, look at me. Stop reading the menu.
Yeah, that's me.
You're here for every show. It's the same damn menu. Order your burger. Yeah. But no, I mean, did you get up there? I mean, did you try to put yourself in that? Or at one point, did you just kind of reserve yourself to, let me do the songs and get the hell out of here?
It was from beginning to end. As soon as, you know, and they would, and I think they were like about, I mean, they came in the singles. You know, they came in the 10s maybe, and it was just a horrible. It was outdoors. It was hot.
Yeah.
The PA system was horrible. The monitors were feeding back. It was not my best.
When the line to the men's room was better than the line to get in to see you play.
Exactly.
That's not good.
Right. It's like, what are we doing here?
But it happens once in a while.
It happened once. It happened once. It's one gig that I just.
I mean, there's some that are going to be like, "How was your show?" Yeah, it was good. It was all right. Hey, it was great. You know.
Yeah.
But you know, that's part of what Gary and I, the message we want to get across is, you know, things don't always go smooth, and you know, we have expectations, and we want so much out of our lives. We want all this. Sometimes you trip and stumble. Sometimes things don't work the way you want them to. Sometimes shit happens.
But if you let it get to you,
don't let it get to you.
There's nothing that you could do about it. So why?
Or make a change.
Yourself? Yeah.
Or make a change. Mm-hmm. If you go back to Gary, if you book the same venue and every time you go there, it's terrible. You got nobody to blame but yourself for don't stop booking the same. If your life is in trouble, if you have a problem with alcohol or drugs, or do you see how I'm picking up the segue?
I was just about to say that's a great segue.
I learned this from you. King of the segues next to me, ladies and gentlemen.
That's what I do on stage.
That's right.
One song to the other.
We know this because he can turn any conversation in the world all about him, and he's got a way to segue it. All right, so I'm kidding.
That's right. If you have a problem, just like I had, I'm turning it about me.
But honestly. Things don't always go smooth and things don't always go right. But if things aren't working for you, make a change. You know, if the venue isn't right for you, move. Go somewhere else. Listen, if your lifestyle isn't working, find a new one. Get some help. I want you to call our addiction specialist, Karen. 786-514-0893. If you or somebody you love is stuck in a rut, you're having a problem, and addiction has taken control of your life, take it back. Find a way. Change venues. You know, go somewhere where the cheering and the laughter and the music and all that stuff is going to light you up. And we've got those places for you. Just call 786-514-0893, right, Gary?
Yeah, I mean, if that's a great metaphor, what you're saying right now. Change your venue, change your style of life, change your breathing pattern, because I mean, with if you have a problem with addiction, you might not be breathing anymore. And what I say sounds a little morbid, sounds a little scary, but it's the truth. I mean, with people who smoke and people who drink and people who are doing drugs, they'll go to a doctor and the doctor will look at them, and if they say, you got to stop doing this or you're going to be dead someday. Well, they don't say you're going to be dead tomorrow. If you don't stop smoking, you're going to be dead tomorrow.
Yeah.
If you don't stop drinking, you're going to be dead tomorrow. Well, you could very well be dead tomorrow. If I sound like I'm being melodramatic, yeah, I'm being melodramatic. Save your life, because you could be alive and breathing and dead. So change your life. Get that help. Karen loves to help people. We love to help people. We're
Yes.
at a place right now where we really want to. The people here at the Addiction Recovery Institute of America came right out.
Yeah, I
with that.
noticed that. And you looked right at me to prove that you can be done.
They care. I mean, they do things like have community meetings with the clients here on Fridays just to see where they are, what they want, to get their input on making it better. This place, there are a lot of. I'm not, downing any other treatment center, because treatment centers. You got a treatment center, they want to do the right thing. But here, the reason that I'm here is because they really want to do it right.
Yes.
They really want to be the example for a well-run, working treatment center that is interested in you, not the business.
It is certainly client focused, and there's a lot of focus here. One of the things that amazes me is, thanks to you, Gary, they're developing this great music program and these other things that are going on in drama, and finding ways to incorporate things like music to light yourself up inside and realize I could feel good without drugs. I could be creative. I could do all those things, and that's thanks to you and what you bring to the table.
Not because we're on film, but or anything like that. But we developed.
We
the
developed it.
music program,
Yes, that's
okay?
true.
So I just,
but here you're doing a lot of solo stuff, and it's awesome. They have a really strong connection to family here. Most programs, maybe families, either they're not contacted or they're only contacted maybe once during a month. Here they have weekly family meetings and family therapies where the family is just as involved in the treatment of the client as they could possibly be. And it's very important for that, because at the end of the day, that's who the client has to return to.
Right.
Or that's who the client's going to have to get support from. And if one part of that is still sick and not in alignment with recovery, it makes it difficult. So there's so many things. I want you to check it out. If you want to check it out, go to addictionrecoveryinstituteofamerica.com or ariafl.com. Either one will take you to the same place. You can check out the place. You can call 786-514-0893. Talk to Karen if you want more information about ARIA. Or hell, call me or Gary, 833-LOL-LIVE. And, it rings on our personal phones, and I haven't transferred it to yours, but I will. But it rings on both of our phones.
Oh, okay.
And
good.
when it comes through, we want to talk to you if you want to talk to us about the show or anything. But make sure, if you want to come and tour the place, we'll take you on a tour. How's that?
Right.
We'll take you on a tour here at ARIA, West Palm Beach. Just check it out, but don't wait.
But if you can't get here, call Karen anyway.
Yes.
Okay, we're not here just to boost ARIA. We're at ARIA. We believe in ARIA, but we're not here just to boost ARIA. We're here to boost treatment. We're here to make sure that you get the help that you need. So you might not be coming here. You might be doing something else. Call Karen. Let her give you the suggestions that you need for yourself or for somebody that you love.
That's the deal. 786-514-0893. All right. Now, we have come to that time in the show.
It is time. I got to tell you, I love this. This is time for Scott's
Evertime. Curiosities. It's
Scott's
time for Scott's
Curiosities.
Scott's Curiosities.
All right.
I like listening to this every
and
time.
we're gonna
every
do
time
this.
we hear it. Every time.
Every time. This is. We're gonna have to get shirts on our site. This say every time,
Every time.
and that's just our thing. Every time.
Well, my thing is that I have a peeve.
I feel like yes, but I am peeved every time.
I'm having a peeve.
I'm having an every time peeve.
I'm peeving.
I feel like every time like showed up in a Tolkien book somewhere. You know, Lord of the Rings.
Tolkien. It's not, it's
What's his
Tolkien.
name? Tolkien.
No, you
Tolkien.
don't say it like Ian. That's so weird.
Tolkien.
Isn't there like a?
It's pronounced Tolkien.
But what's the last three letters of the name?
E-I-N.
Ian. Tolkien.
Okay.
All right.
Well, no, it's Tolkien if you really want to get specific about it.
All right. L'chaim. All right. Scott's Curiosities.
Scott's Curiosities.
All right. I was thinking about it the other day. Do you realize atheism is a non-profit organization? There's no profits in atheism.
No problem. As a matter of fact, I used to be an atheist, but I gave it up because there are no holidays.
Oh.
Oh, that hurt. That hurt so much.
I was wondering, what if there were no hypothetical questions? Wow. Could you actually see it fly from my mouth to his ears? There was actually, it slowed down in midair. And then it hit him.
I thought that just came to you.
If a parsley farmer was sued, would they garnish his wages? What?
The fact that Gary giggles so much at these, like, makes my day.
These are great. These are just, I mean, I'm waiting for the day where he comes and he goes, you know, I tried thinking of some. I tried
got
thinking of
nothing.
some and I got nothing.
One day I'm going to come in, I'm just going to go,
I'm not curious anymore.
I'm not curious, but I still have curiosities. Like, oh, I want to know. I want to know. God, how do they get deer to cross at those yellow signs? How do they get them to do it? Who's teaching them to cross there? I don't know.
I don't know.
Why do they call them hemorrhoids? Shouldn't they be called asteroids? It's just common sense.
It's just so ridiculous.
Okay. Do Roman paramedics? I didn't even say anything yet.
Asteroids.
He just. Did you not get it before?
I didn't get it. It's just, it's funny. Okay.
I
Romans.
got it, but oh, that's funny too. All right, Roman paramedics. Do they give people fours? Like an IV. They said, don't give them an
Roman
IV, give them a
numeral.
4.
Roman numeral.
numeral.
Yeah,
Roman
Roman
paramedics.
Yeah.
Wow, Smurf. She went to college.
I was like,
Tell me, if a Roman candle is burning, does somebody have to fiddle?
That's yes. No. Yeah. Why?
Continue.
Speaking of Romans, why do British sing nothing to do with Romans, by the way? No segue there. You're talking about Romans. Where do you go from there? In Greece, how do you separate the men from the boys? With a crowbar. All right. So, I'm sorry. Okay. Why do British people not sound British when they sing?
That is a very...
I mean, not every British singer is practicing not sounding, but when they sing, can you not sing with a British accent?
That's something that everybody wondered about the Beatles.
Yeah.
The Beatles were singing, and then all of a sudden we heard him talk. It's like,
Yeah. It's like those actors. You see them in your great films and stuff. Then you get the interview, and they got this like Australian accent. It's like, where the hell did that come from?
right.
You know?
But that is an interesting fact.
The only song I can think about singing in a British accent is "I'm Henry VIII, I am
well,
Henry
Peter
VIII."
Noon was one of the only...
But he wasn't even British.
British.
He was from Topeka. No, I'm kidding. No, he was he British? Well,
He was-
obviously, yeah.
well, yeah, but he was one of the only people that sang with an English accent.
Yeah.
Yeah, he always did.
I mean, you're always watching. They got all these music shows. Britain's Got Talent and in Swahili's Got Talent and all these other places, right?
Swahilians always
And
sound English.
I know, but a lot of them sing English songs. Mm-hmm. They don't even sing that. It's like, don't you have your own songs in your own country? You got to get up there and you got to do Justin Bieber, really? All right.
Justin Bieber sings with an English accent.
Anyway, why do they put the obituaries in the living section of the newspaper?
Oh, do they?
Yes, they do.
Oh, I didn't know that.
See, I used to read them. It was a hobby of mine. I'd read the obituaries and cross their names out of the phone book. Just something I did.
You had too much time on your hands.
Yes. Okay. Why do we all return to the fridge at least 3 times when we're looking for a snack? If we didn't find something the first time, do you expect something to show up magically? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
You go in there, you're like,
yeah,
I really
do.
want something. You look at there's nothing in here. You close it. 30 seconds later, you're back in the fridge. You know it's empty. You got the sour cream that is now expired. Now it's good. You've got like some old milk that is now cottage cheese. You got nothing, but you always check.
You know what I think the theory behind that is? You open up the refrigerator, well, there's nothing in here to eat. Then you open it up and you go, well, if I mix that with that, nah. And then you close the door again. And then you open it up again, and the third time, you're moving the pickle jar over to see if there's anything behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. It's crazy. It's crazy. But anyway.
You have things in your fridges?
Yeah. My fridge, I had to get a new fridge. I got a new fridge. It's all full.
Did you fix the cabinet so you can fit it in?
No, I had to buy a different size fridge.
Oh.
I said, well, I'm going to trim down the counter. I'm going to move this. I'm going to do that. And then I looked at it. I pulled the old fridge out. I looked at it. I said, okay, I'll just buy a fridge that fits.
That makes sense.
Okay. I got a fridge that was a little bit smaller to fit in the space, and it cost me more. I don't get it. I'm arguing with the guy. It's less. It's less fridge. Why am I paying more?
Oh, because of the name?
It's because, well, it's an uncommon size. Wait, you're an uncommon ass.
That sucks. That is America,
Where
folks.
do people always find things that are lost?
In the last
Oh, the last
The
place
last
they looked.
place they looked.
That's
Exactly. Exactly. So why, when you lose something, what is the first thing somebody asks you? Well, where did you lose it?
Yeah, right.
Did you ever notice that?
Or do you remember the last place you had it?
Yeah. Yeah. Where is it? It's just, and that's another one where you check your pockets, you lose your keys. How many times do you go in the same pocket?
It's same pocket, right?
Yeah.
Right. For some reason, you think you're going to find it again. Yeah, that is very weird.
And then people would say that thing, like, where'd you find it? The last place I looked.
Right. And do you notice that it's never the last possible place that you could look, because once you lose something and then you buy another one, as soon as you get home,
Yeah.
you find what you lost.
But nobody's ever said, where did you find it? The second to last place I looked. So you found it, then you kept looking?
Yeah.
Never. All
I
right.
was going to look somewhere else, but then I decided not to because I found it.
All right, we're going to hit you with 2 more.
Why
I
those?
forgot how to make a 2.
Your fingers, every show, there's something wrong with your hand.
It's like a claw.
You should just do it the German way and start counting. The European way starts counting with their thumbs.
They sort of going with the oh.
Yeah, so,
Some people go 1, 2, 3.
yeah.
Last 2. I did it. Little Bonnie Foo-Foo hopping through the... All right. No matter what time of day...
Very amused by that. Okay.
No matter what time of day it is, don't all people who work in a cemetery work the graveyard shift?
Oh.
Wow. It's like I'm actually physically, I'm going, wait for it. Wait for it. I always get a good reaction, but it just takes time.
That was good. That was
Okay.
good. That was good.
This is my last curiosity, and this I grew up with. If Wile E. Coyote has all that money to buy Acme rockets, why doesn't
where
he
this
just
is
go
going.
buy dinner? He's always starving. And you got all that money. Call Uber Eats. Do something. But he's like buying rockets. He's building spaceships, for crying out loud. But he can't buy a Big Mac. It just doesn't make any sense.
Well, Let's see. Where will my logic take that? Okay.
This might take a while, folks.
It's the
Those-
thrill of the hunt.
Those cartoons, The Thrill of the Hunt, that's a
Good
good
point.
one. Those cartoons were made like in the 40s originally.
Okay.
So there are a lot of restaurants that wouldn't allow coyotes in.
They were very discriminate back then.
But now Wile E. Coyote has a lot of, because he's sued a lot of places that discriminated against coyotes. So now any restaurant you go to, there's got to be one or two coyotes in there eating. I went to a restaurant the other day and I saw a coyote sitting at a booth with a roadrunner.
So this is the whole famous doggy discrimination trial.
Well, that
Is he a dog? What is it? No, he's a coyote.
No, he's a
Is a
coyote.
coyote a dog?
It's a type of dog.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again. Please check out Addiction. Holy cow. Why do I have such a hard time? Go.
American Recovery. No. Addiction.
Recovery Institute of America. Addiction Recovery Institute
We
of
have to say it
America.
together. Addiction Recovery Institute of America.
Nice.
Yay!
Check them out. Go to their
You got it
Facebook
in
page
stereo.
or go to their webpage and check them out. If you have a problem, make sure you give us a call, or if you want to just check in with me and Gary, it is 833-LOL Live. That's the number to call. Leave a message on Facebook. For now, I want to thank you all for tuning in. I'm Scott.
He's Alan Scott, and I am Personal Sweetwater.
Wait sunset, everybody.
And we got the Smurf in the corner making it all happen. We want to thank you for joining us. You all take care. We'll see you soon.
Be nice to somebody.